Lisa Zimmer here. Oddly enough, I feel most comfortable going live. I was trying to make a recorded video for you all on a membership overview, and it felt awkward. And so I realized I feel more comfortable going live, so I'm just going to do that. So give me a second while I invite some more peeps. That way you can ask questions in case you feel like I've forgotten anything. And we are going to talk today about how to do a membership overview. You can call it I Have My Oils Now What meeting. You can call it whatever you like. But the point is you've got to do it. So let's talk about how to do that. Hey, Miss Mandy. Well, thanks. I'm glad you think so. I got hair right out of the shower. So thanks for saying that. All right. So I'm going to try not to engage too much in the audio because I'm going to post this to YouTube, but I can't help myself. Hey, Chris. Hey, Mandy. All right. So, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat today. Let's talk about Doterra and how to help people once they join, okay? So I want to give you my process. So every scenario can be just a little bit different depending on how they enrolled with you. So keep in mind, you're going to tweak it. So let's just go with a general assumption that they were either at a class or enrolled one-on-one or whatever, but I want to make sure you did a few key things no matter how they enrolled. I want to make sure that at some point in time you got them a trifold and you sent that to them electronically or you handed it to them in person. Because remember, for them to duplicate you quickly, if they fall in love with Doterra enough that they want to share, and a lot of people do, they know what tool to use because you used it with them, right? So make sure, even if you enroll them without this, because I do a lot of 60-second enrollments over the telephone, I'm still going to send them the trifold. As soon as I'm done enrolling them, I schedule our follow-up appointment. I call it our 10-day follow-up. So again, doesn't matter if it's in person, over the phone, social media enrollment, get that appointment on the calendar because otherwise life gets in the way and you can do it in person or over the phone, okay? So as soon as they enroll, if it's in person, I send them home with a folder. It doesn't have to be a folder if you don't have the budget for a folder, and you don't have to print these out. You can email them to them, okay? So you decide based on your budget what you want to do. I know there's a chance I might forget to email it to them, so I send it home with them if they're in person. So I have these ready to go. I have my Oils Now What page, and this is available on Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips Facebook group in the Files tab for free. Then it also has Favorite Recipes 1 and Favorite Recipes 2. Again, it's part of that same document, so you only have to print the one document. It's 3 pages. I print the back side of the I Have My Oils Now What is blank, so they can take notes. I do that intentionally. Everything I do is with intention. And the Favorite Recipes 1 and 2 is all on one page, so they can't get lost. They're together. And then I take a couple graphics from my FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions group, and put them in here. So I have this page that says enroll your friends, get free stuff. I enrolled someone, now what do I do? And share everywhere with income disclosures. This piques their interest when everything I do, I say, oh, I'm a diamond, I'm a diamond, I'm a diamond. I sign my name on that with diamond. I say I'm a diamond all the time because then when they look at this, oops, I got to turn that off. When they look at this, they're going to see, oh, diamond, average diamond income, $200,000 a year, and the top 7% of the company. It's going to make them think a little bit because I made the process so easy to enroll. I made the follow-up process so easy to help them get started that they think, well, that's pretty easy. I could do what she does. Let me try that, okay? Then I also have some sort of hostess program. This is in the Files tab for free. Normally, I print it on the back side of the Enroll Your Friends, Get Free Stuff, and Share everywhere. Now, keep in mind, we don't actually use this hostess program. I have it in there to catch their attention because it's set up in a way that people are used to for hosting classes, having parties, etc., hostess benefits. It's just there to trigger the conversation. The reason we don't actually use it is because now we do all make and takes, and most people usually choose free rollers from that class, or they choose to enroll their friends and family themselves and take the commission. They don't get commission and free gifts. They get one or the other. So you let them decide. But what this does is trigger conversation so that you don't feel awkward. It'll trigger so they can ask you. It's in the folder so you can say comfortably, oh, hey, by the way, let's host a class so you can get more free stuff, right? It's all there to trigger those conversations. Okay. So this comes in their enrollment kit when they enroll with Doterra. It's an awesome book with lots of details. So I make sure and show that to them. Here's your stickers. The back of it has the 30-day cleanse. We're going to talk about that. I think you should do the 30-day cleanse here shortly. Most people should do the 30-day cleanse within the first couple months of starting Doterra. I tell them not to do it the very first month, so I tell them to start like second, third, fourth month, and we come up with a plan, okay? All right, so at the 10-day follow-up, whether it's in person or over the telephone, very simple to do. Are you ready? Read the paper. Again, remember, everything we do, we want to do it so it's so simple. They can leave us and immediately do it with a friend, right? So I want to make sure they've got a few key things when we talk on the phone. If I enrolled them over the telephone and made the appointment and the follow-ups over the telephone, I'm going to email them. I have my Oils Now What Plus recipes. It's one document all together. All those pages are all together. And then I'll email them the Enroll Your Friends, Get Free Stuff in the Hostess program, or I'll just tag them in it in my FAQ. If you do not have an FAQ, you want to join the Facebook group Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips and go to the pinned announcement post and click on the FAQ so you can see what that is. I'm also going to tag them in my FAQ on the I Have My Oils Now What Plus recipes, how to make a roller, etc. But it's super important that you make sure they print this out so they have it so they can read through it with you. So I Have My Oils Now What? Open the box. The intro book has stickers and the 30-day cleanse in the back. See, I already told you what to say and do. You seriously can do this without even having a clue of how to do Doterra. Order rollers and fractionated coconut oil, right? So they can get their new Doterra rollers straight from Doterra. They just add it to their cart, right? Mine's already put together, but it's got the non-leak steel roller balls. Awesome price on these high-quality rollers. Encourage them to order the new Doterra 30 milliliter spray bottles. They can just get like one pack of each. And then Doterra fractionated coconut oil. Okay, if you have other sources for those, great, knock yourself out. But I'm going to promote Doterra today. Right, stickers. When you need more, you just order them in your LRP cart. The reason this made it onto the handout is we would do these meetings and people would show up at our house for the follow-up, and they would have gone onto Amazon before their enrollment order came and seen all kinds of stickers and wasted money on all kinds of label stickers that they didn't need and pay way more than what Doterra offers them for. So that's how it happened a lot. So that's how it made it onto the chart. Everything we do made it onto these pages because they were problems that we had repeatedly. And so they made it on this paper. Resources. Get your Essential Life book. And then the app, Modern Essentials or EOE books, right? I tell every customer that. It's super important. I am not 1-800. I have an oils question 24/7. I want to help you get your resources. I'm here to help you. But how I help you is through our Facebook group. And my Facebook group is, I want you to post all your questions in there. One, search for the answer first, and here's how. You can show them or you can tell them if it's over the telephone. Because, for example, say you ask me about, say it's someone who's pregnant. You asked me about oils in pregnancy. I never used oils for pregnancy. So it's super important that you ask that question in the group so all the people that have used oils for pregnancy can help answer those questions. The only time this is an issue is when they're not on Facebook. So you just write on their profile that you keep track of their information, not on Facebook. So great. They're going to need to email you, text you. You figure out what the process is that you love the most. I prefer email, so I encourage them to email me. That gives me the ability to add documents, etc. if I want to add recipe pages. And it's easy to save and track that I got back to them. I lose private messages and I lose text messages. So if they're a non-Facebooker, I encourage them to email. If they don't do email or don't do computer stuff, great, they can call you. That's going to be so few people. All right, recipes. Standard recipe for rollers, 20 drops of each oil in a 10 milliliter roller topped off with fractionated coconut oil. Find recipes by Googling it. Pinterest, our Facebook group. Most importantly, I'm going to show you how to use our favorite recipe page. And then you can show them the recipe page or point it out. This recipe page was compiled over a couple of years' time. Right? And it turned out to be I enrolled over 400 people myself. And so I sat down with almost all 400 people in person at that time, and collected the most commonly asked questions. I compiled all the questions on our Facebook group. What are the most commonly asked questions? And they made it onto this single piece of paper so that you have that. So if they don't get a book right away, you can still help them to get started. Dilution, and it talks about babies and children. Customer service, keep all items upright, things leak. Yay Oils, that's my group name, and then you tell them what Facebook groups to join and what website you have for your team if you have one. Why LRP? Use your loyalty reward program cart, monthly ordering, to get the best pricing and free products. Literally just read the paper until you have a comfortable, simple, really good explanation for ordering, all right? I say, you know what, before we talk about ordering, let's play, okay? I read through that real briefly, and then I say, don't worry about ordering for right now. Let's make some stuff together, okay? Just remember that moving forward, the best way to order is in the monthly program, and you get all your shipping refunded, and the minimum order is $1, all right? And then I also write on the bottom their ID and password and give it to them. I say, keep this handy while we make some stuff because there's a wish list here, right? I'm going to give you some tips on what you need. Then also read through the host of class and get free stuff, or just let them read that. But make sure you read through this whole right side. It helps keep you on task because as you can see from this video, I have a hard time staying on task. This bullet point, because they're going to interject with questions, it's going to help bring back to the bullet point, okay? Bring it back. Everybody can help stay focused, all right? So they say, let's take a break and make some stuff. Grab your recipe page. You should have in front of you, when you meet with them, your profile. What health concerns did their family have? Who had what issues that they want to solve? So that you are prepared to point those out on the list, and you should know in front of you what they ordered. So most people with me order a top 10 kit, either the small bottle kit or the big bottle kit. Doesn't matter, it's all the top 10. 85% of these recipes on page 1 include the top 10. So I took the most commonly asked questions about health concerns, and I made sure that we had a solution with the top 10, and then I put some other oils in there so that you could help them set up their LRP, right? Now keep in mind, I hope that you sent them home with a goodie bag when you enrolled them, whether it was in person or you shipped it to them. If you shipped it to them on day 1 or 2, they should have had it and had time to use it by your appointment on day 10. I suggest calling them on day 6 or 7 to make sure they receive their goodie bag and to make sure that they receive their Doterra and to confirm your appointment. You can do this by text or call or email, and to confirm their appointment for your 10-day follow-up. They may want to talk to you sooner. They may be excited or need to change the appointment. This gives you the opportunity to make sure they're using what's in the goodie bag. If they use what's in the goodie bag by day 10, they're probably already ready to set up their LRP if they haven't already. You should have tagged them in your FAQ system on how to order next already. You should do that within 24 hours. You need to tag them on I have my oils, now what? How to make a roller, fill a diffuser, etc., and how to order next. Because some people will get into your Facebook groups and want to do an order before their original orders even come. That's very common. I'm not going to go through the goodie bag because you can find that video at Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips in the pinned announcement post under Step Goodie Bag, right? But again, if they're using it, even if you have a minimal budget, use a snack size sandwich bag. You don't have to use an organza baggie. Use shampoo, conditioner, deep blue cream, toothpaste, and one roller. Just get enough products in their hands, excuse me, that they've got some things to try before their enrollment order comes. So they maintain their excitement, and it helps you get them ready for their loyalty rewards program ordering in the monthly rewards cart. Now remember, not everyone needs to order monthly, but everyone does by choice because it's the best deal, okay? All right, so when I get ready to wrap up, I say, great, let's go ahead and get your rewards program set up with what's on your wish list. Make sure when you're chatting with them that you point out the foundation of health. So here's how I word that. The foundation of health is what we are all working towards. Now, everybody knows my story in Doterra and all the health concerns that I used to have: asthma, allergies, eczema, anxiety, depression, migraines, etc. When I helped support my body and get it back into balance with a good daily foundation of health, I no longer need oils for supporting my body for those other situations. Allergy season is a breeze for me. The worst thing I get at allergy season is this little tickle in my throat. I have all kinds of options now to support me through cold and flu season, allergy season. I want to keep my body healthy during these seasons. My monthly season, right? We're going to support our body through all these seasons. But if we help people focus on getting a foundation of health, they need a lot less support for emergency situations, right? So really help them understand. Let's make your wish list and start checking off those items on the foundation of health, okay? Now we're all done. We have our wish list. You can either help them set up their LRP if they haven't already, or take that conversation from there. If they're sitting with me, we do it together. Otherwise, a lot of people have met with me on day 10 and have already set up their LRP because I tagged them in the FAQ system that we use on Facebook. Excuse me. All right, so next what I want to make sure is, hey, now that we've got all that, you're totally going to love your Doterra. You're going to want to tell other people about it. Let's make sure you know how to do that, because you don't have to be me to help them get their own account. You can help them yourself. So here's a couple trifolds. I put 3 trifolds in every one of my new member folders, along with I have my oils, now what, etc. I say, here's 3 trifolds. If they're a wholesale customer and they don't want to upgrade, then I give them trifolds with my contact information. If they're a wellness advocate, then I give them a blank trifold and I say, great, let's go ahead while we're in here setting up your LRP cart. Let's go ahead and get your free Doterra website, and let's put that on your trifold. So just hand these out to your own friends and family and help them get their Doterra. It's super simple. And you can add them to our team public group on Facebook and tag them in the pinned post that tells them how to enroll themselves, right? And if you need any help, give me a call. Plus, we have a post in our FAQ group, and I've explained what all these Facebook groups are because I went through it on my checklist. Plus, in our FAQ group, there's a post that says, I want to help someone enroll, what do I do? Or I want to help someone get oils, what do I do? And it tells them, okay? So make sure you get the trifolds in their hands so they can get started. If they decide they want to build a business with Doterra, because again, that discussion's on the I have my oils, now what? Then you can help them upgrade while they're sitting there, set up their website, and get started. All right, I'll do a video on just that conversation broken down for you. All right, so super, super simple, but a few key elements. Make sure everyone has a trifold electronically or in paper. And if you haven't purchased those yet, they're available at lisazimmer.net/shop. It's trifold. And make sure they have, I have my oils now what plus recipes, again electronically or on paper, and then enroll your friends, get free stuff, and a hostess program. Whatever hostess program you have, just get it in here as a trigger to help them get excited about sharing Doterra and wanting to get free stuff. Okay, so goodie bags, tools are in the files tab, trifolds are on the website lisazimmer.net. Make sure they know about getting a book and getting an app and what your rules are. My rule is use our Facebook group unless you're not on Facebook, because that's the best place. They can get 24/7 support from people that actually have that situation, which is even better than talking to me or using the book. And then make sure they know about their stickers in their book, and they know about the 30-day cleanse, and help them come up with a timeline to do the 30-day cleanse. Make sure they know about the foundation of health on the recipes page. All right, so, and make sure, I'm sure you've already talked about this a ton, you're going to talk about Lifelong Vitality Pack, Doterra's #1 product. When I meet with people, it doesn't matter if it's on the phone or in person, I actually have a Lifelong Vitality Pack box sitting in front of me, so I can read some of it to them if I haven't talked about it already or convinced them already, because everyone needs the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I have all of these little reminders throughout. I have my Oils Now What and the recipe page so that you don't forget. The Foundation of Health talks about the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I have my Oils Now What talks about hosting classes. These things are in multiple places to help you to remember to discuss them. All right, hope that's helpful. I'll repost this video, and I will do one again where I'm actually sitting down with a person here in the next week so you can get a feel for the language. But the only way to get good at it is to practice it and do it. Sit down with I did one with my son a couple years ago. Sit down with your son, sit down with your mom, sit down with your husband. I don't care. Pretend and do a mock-up. Time it. See how long it takes you. If it takes you more than 10 minutes, you're talking too much. So you should be able to stay on task by using the bulleted point items. Now, keep in mind, when you start digging into the rulers, take as much time as they want, okay? So I limit my sessions to 45 minutes to an hour when it's in person, and that includes chit-chat time. On the telephone, I try to limit it to 10-15 minutes to respect their time at the most. And you'll get a feel for the conversation. If they're asking more questions, go with it. But if you're doing all the talking, then you're talking too much, okay? You want to open it up so they can ask you questions. All right, hope that's helpful. Hope you guys have a good week. Thanks for watching. Happy oiling. Bye.